Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders, thanks to Sports.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie,
coach of the Wanderers,
and Greg Popovich.
What? Coach of Calvinator. Oh, Pop.
The Pop.
Why Pop?
We love a basketball reference, and mate, your coaching is on point at the moment.
It is, yes.
Goat coach.
You are coaching really well, and you're giving out plenty of advice to Gorge.
He is, yeah.
Mate, what is with that?
You were
Come
very
on
vocal.
now. Just because you've won a record-breaking LSB, record-breaking what, 9?
Tasmania's leading coach, yes.
Yeah, you would be. Yeah,
easy.
Fair point.
You've got me. Got contacted by the Jack Jumpers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they want me to go down and run the ship down there.
Yeah,
So.
why not?
Yeah, no,
You're in form, mate.
Yeah, and Gorge
There
doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, there are people asking for Gorge to take over the reins at Carlton because he does know what he's doing.
Yeah.
People run through brick walls for him, Cal.
Yes.
But you're questioning him and all of his moves he's making.
Yes.
You were quite critical of him.
I am very critical of him, and I still am. Terrible coach.
He coached well in that last game, though.
Yeah, because he finally obviously got onto Twitter,
read your tweets,
and read the tweets.
No, but Cal, you are on fire.
I am on
this
fire.
round.
Going
So
well.
it is the Monday morning of, round 21.
Yes, we're nearly there.
We're nearly there.
Come on.
And so there's a game still to come tonight, which is the West Coast and Melbourne game. If you're listening to this after, what a great game it was. How good were the winners of that? I don't know. Anyway, so there's a game to go. So we've only got 8 games to talk about, but we're going to look ahead to next weekend's preliminary finals as we go through this. But where are we at? We, Roy, are finished, not finished with our players, but our head-to-head battles are over. Well, actually, all of our head-to-head battles are over because we've all got Max Gawn and Clayton Oliver to come.
Correct.
But Cal, you've got an extra.
And you're already ahead.
Harmsy, and you're already ahead.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
You are currently on 22-37. Your projected score is unbelievable. 25-38, I think.
It's one of those weeks I was talking about.
I've
You're
finally
having
got
one.
a week. I'm having one.
God, that's why you got to hang in there.
Yeah, no, I'm hanging in
You
there
might
now.
get back in the top 2,000.
Look, I don't know. Can I win the week? I don't know.
I hope so, mate.
I reckon there might be some 26s again, after like last week.
Yeah, definitely. But the thing is, there's also, you've dodged some big bullets.
Yes, I sure have.
Because there'd be good teams out there that would otherwise be having thumping weeks, but you cop a Danger, a Mills.
Yep.
Actually, who did you cop? So
No one.
you're Kelly. You got the Kelly at the very start,
yeah.
which most good
That's
teams
right,
had.
yes.
But apart from that, those other ones, that's good dodging.
So 22-37, Cal, and you've got, all right, let's do some projecting here. What's Clayton Oliver going to have?
Oh, he gets 110.
Yeah, should do.
Hutchings,
That's
does that
safe.
hurt him? Does he go to him?
No.
110, all right, so that gets you 23-47.
Yeah, Max goes
Max?
110.
Let's go 24-47, 57, sorry.
And Harmsy will top it off to the 2.5, I reckon.
Yeah, Harmsy will go a 9.
Oh, you'll get more than that.
It'll be good for an 80. Yeah,
So you can get mid-2.5s.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Calvinator.
swaggerlicious.
And win the week.
So, Roy, you're 21.75 and I'm
Chuck a party.
22.19, so I've got you. You've got the green vest.
Devastating.
That's about all I play for now at the moment.
Do you?
Not
Well,
getting
that's
the
more
green
than
vest.
I do, dog, so that's good.
That's where we are. But we do, I guess, have some stories out of the weekend where we can go through some of the fun stuff.
Here it is! That's what you did, Jenny. You stuck it right up them.
All right, +3. I'm going to start with mine on Friday night footy.
Yep.
Everyone else has traded him out.
But
Hold! Timmy Taranto.
we said on last week.
132.
Yeah, we said last week.
When we had
one
the most
more go.
up-to-date information, we knew exactly who was out.
Yep.
We didn't fear that named in the forward pocket.
Yep.
The most updated information was to hold.
And then it got a stamp on it when Josh Kelly was out.
Once
Mega
again,
stamp. Mega
I
stamp.
offered some more coaching tips.
Yeah.
Did you?
To the GWS. Fancy playing your best player, your best midfielder in the midfield.
You're a gun for hire, Cal.
Oh,
Do you know what?
If every AFL coach is not following you on Twitter at the moment,
they
should
are.
be.
My followers have gone through the roof.
Yeah, now, and basketball coaches, of
Yeah, of
course.
course.
Now, the thing is, zero tackles as a forward.
Yep.
Back in the mid, 9 tackles, 132. I'll tell you what, I don't want to step on your toes, but I know who you should have as your +3, and it's not him.
Why is that?
Because you are so kissed by
on.
having Zorko.
Oh, yes!
Mr. Poor me. Oh, got Zorko.
I was trying to get Mills, but I couldn't get
Oh, my. That should be your 132.
Yeah, probably. He's
Sorry,
a little bit
plus
under,
3.
though, what I thought.
What did he have?
135, I think it was.
135.
And the tears last week. And the story. You want to know more?
15 minutes of our life.
Yeah. People are sitting there going, oh, my God, dog.
Highest rating segment of the year.
Hey?
Not really. You get little metrics as a
Oh,
graph.
yeah.
Went down a little bit.
No, it didn't.
At the 14-minute mark, it
Right.
must have gone
So
very low.
Anyway, that's my +3.
Yeah,
Taranto.
well done.
And well done for Holders, but there was thousands of coaches that still got rid of him.
And rightfully so. I
Oh,
can
and that's right.
understand
The
it.
writing was on the wall. And you had to take a bit of a punt with that too. Like, people have got more completed sides than what we've got.
Yeah.
Therefore, you go and move that, which probably got you to something that scored more than that anyway, because a lot of people that might have been
Big boys.
dumping Taranto got one of the big boys.
Yeah, so my +3 is coming. And just by chance,
Yeah.
and you can say it's kissed. It is kissed.
Very.
It's very kissed.
It
But-
is kissed, but it was very unkissed for that month of putrid scores.
He can turn up, obviously,
can,
right?
yeah.
But
He can just from kick-ins alone. He had 36 points just from his kick-ins this week.
what?
That was an obvious shift. He was once again that guy running way out of his way to go and get the kick out. So that was a thing.
Now, your +3. This is you've got
Right.
to tell the story.
There's
Go.
no story. Finally, I nailed a good captain, Tom Mitchell.
150. Highest score of the
157.
round thus far.
First
Was that
time
a-
this year I've done that.
Was that a thank you? Thank you, Cal.
Here we go.
Right.
Talk about kissed.
Okay.
Dog, I don't
where
actually
you're
know
at
what you're talking about.
In your life. VC on Aaron Hall.
Not enough.
126.
Not enough.
Not enough.
A great VC to take. Telling everyone to take it.
Yep.
All of that.
Did do
Told me he took it.
And
Told
did
me
you
he
take
took
it, Roy?
And then he goes, I was actually visiting Roy at the time. Half time. Oh, I didn't actually take it. I accidentally forgot. He forgot to change.
At half time, okay, so this is... It's not lying if you think you're telling the truth. I sat with Dog saying, yeah, we had to take it. We were watching Mitchell and we were like, you want to chase that, but 126 was just a bit too much. Anyway, Dog goes out in the other room, has a bit of a play on the Xbox. Thought I'd flick the phone. Oh, I was like, Dog, I did take Mitchell.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Typical.
Okay, so it was no... We all know that I semi-checked out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
But
That was full blown
but
checking
that
out.
was, amazing to me.
Wow. Well
Yeah.
done, though. 157.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just got to back your players in. That's what I did.
You sure do.
It was the most disgraceful display I've ever seen.
Because it's just not acceptable.
All right, our -3s. Mine comes from... Actually, I could have picked one of 3 on Sunday afternoon in the Bombers' mighty win against the Bulldogs.
It was a good win.
Had Hind, had bloody Ridley getting 70s.
Yeah,
They've
that's-
got to go. See, they
that's
go
what they
before.
do, though.
They go before a Sharp or a Bramble.
Too right,
don't
they do.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
That's
thing
all
I've
you
got.
expect from them.
Anyway, it goes actually to Lockie Hunter, who has been absolutely putrid.
Yeah, he
for the last
sucks.
few weeks. So
I thought he would have come
66. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
No,
He's just been a really, really bad pick when there's other players
Yeah.
you could have had
Yeah.
at the same time.
I really didn't see it coming.
Not that bad, anyway.
No, exactly. Now, this one, it's on me because I've never thought he was a good player, but to have him and still have him, it is a reflection of injuries, but Bolton,
Yeah.
you know how he went 40-40, signed the contract?
Yep.
Guess what he had at half-time? Uncanny.
What?
He had 20 again.
At half-time?
half-time. And this is a guy, see, this
That's
is
a
what...
good second half then.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what makes that worse. I had to choose between him and Bramble
Okay.
to play on your ground.
Okay.
To play on my ground.
That shouldn't be a choice.
No, and I had to just go with him.
Yeah.
And he was just awful again. So he saved his score for 67.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right, mine.
Gross.
I was near going to call him the name that we called Sean Darcy,
Yeah, I don't blame you.
right? Because he also has that name. And I
So
didn't,
overrated.
And I didn't say Darsole, right?
Yeah.
So Parish though.
Yeah.
81.
Yeah.
That's where you're at. You're giving 81s your -3.
Yeah.
But I expect
No, you
about
do.
40 more than that from him.
Well, you paid about 60
Of course
more.
I did, dog. Of course I did.
That's
hey,
what you
my strategy's paying off.
It's
It
only
is,
one.
so-
It's only one miss
So,
for
Cal,
everyone
you
you've paid
now
up for.
own the big boys, don't you?
I own Took and Jack Steele, yes.
Yeah.
What a life!
Yeah. Oh, it's
How's
so
it feel?
good. Oh, feels awesome.
Orgasmic.
Yeah. Because it doesn't matter what they're on. So I think Took had like 15 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I saw your tweet too, Warn Dog.
Some people have got to realise that is me trying to be funny. It may not be funny, but I'm
No.
not doing it like
But
as a
No.
thing where
You're
I think,
at least trying to be funny. Yeah.
To Took owners, that's not funny.
No.
Right?
No.
We take that personally.
It's bloody a reverse rocket. That's what it is. I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't do it for that reason.
No, true.
They get the job done. And we talked
Yes,
about
they do.
Jared Lyons. He
Yeah.
was very
Yeah.
average and then just gets the
51
job done.
point last quarter. So he
Yeah.
only had 10 in the first, and
yeah,
then
and then he got past his 110, didn't he? in the
Yep.
end? Yeah.
They just get it done every single
Good
time.
players. Get it done.
And you
That's why
messaged
they
about
cost a lot.
Jack Steele getting tagged by Hewitt.
oh, early on,
Right.
That's what it looked like.
And I'm like, holy hat, surely this isn't happening. It's the first time I've ever owned
Yeah,
the $1 million man, right?
He doesn't care.
And I actually turned the TV on to make sure that he was or wasn't. I don't know what I could have done about
Well,
it.
being the
You
coach
feel like
you
you
are,
can.
you could have done
Coach,
something.
I could have definitely have,
you would have sent a
influenced it.
tweet out of some
Exactly.
description.
Yeah.
I'm
Tell
sure
you
he
what.
would have seen that
Call it
somewhere.
time out, for God's sake.
Coaches,
Coaches take notice.
We could have
Call time out.
We could have a full podcast go through your Twitter feed, I reckon, of your coaching advice. for
Well, I've
George.
had enough. It's simple.
Yeah.
Play your best players in the best position. Don't try to be relevant.
And if
That's
they
the problem.
suck, put them on the bench.
Exactly.
Good coaching.
It's a great philosophy.
Call timeouts when you should.
Yeah.
I can't believe that Gorgon went through in that US game
Yeah.
a full quarter without a timeout.
Right, hang on.
Now here's Warnie with breaking news.
Yeah.
Don't get him
That wasn't
started.
his finest.
No, it was terrible.
Join Calvin for his Boomers rap coming up.
Who do you think you are? I am.
All right, breaking news out of the weekend. Let's go through the key things, which there was a bit going on.
There was.
So let's start with Friday night footy. So we did talk about Josh Kelly there before. So he was laid out with what was a quad injury.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
probably plays this week, but
Yeah.
you couldn't guarantee it. But at this time of the year, you've got to trade him anyway.
You do.
You can't be
No.
relying on bench or anything for that. So a lot of people did that. Now, hats off to GWS. They announced that at 5:30.
Yeah.
A laid out, you only have to do an hour before the game. We'll get to ones closer to the start of the game later. But so they did that at 5:30. So it gave coaches plenty of time
Yeah.
to get organised. But it did turn into sober hour into sober couple of hours scrambling and looking at all your combos, because most people probably had one move there to make already, like we already had Lockie Neal.
Yeah.
So our second trade was more of a luxury or a
Yep.
rookie or whatever
Yep.
we were doing. So
It was
then
Bolton for me.
we had to go and work out what the best combo was going to be, and then even timing of that as well was the other part of it. So anyway, we'll just monitor him for this week if you got him, especially draft coaches. So I don't know if
People
you got through
who had
that.
the week off in the
Yeah.
to get to the obviously prelim this week, I maybe would have held that.
Yeah.
They would have
Yeah.
held, and that'll be a nice hold.
Oh, definitely. I
Might
saw
that
a
leave you
few
in a good
coaches, a couple of
position?
coaches up the top
If he
as
plays,
well.
obviously.
A couple of coaches at the top of the table held. as
Really?
well, like in the top 10. So,
Wow.
interesting. All right, where else am I looking? Patrick Dangerfield out of that game. Cow, your mate.
I told you.
Yeah. What? You told us what? Oh, he'd get his throat
No.
bloody caved in.
Okay, it was an injury.
Bruised throat. It is an injury. Early on, 15 points he scored.
He plays this week.
I reckon he will.
I
They'll
don't
make a
sit
decision
here-
later in the week.
I don't
Yes,
sit
you need
here
to.
and cane a guy for a throat injury, right?
Yeah.
But the writing was on the wall. He always does stuff like this, and I know he didn't do it.
He ran into someone's elbow.
No,
deliberately.
but I don't know.
Look,
You know what I mean?
Yes,
I do.
he
So-
finds a way to.
Yes, every
Look,
single
shit.
time.
if you like crunch numbers, and you obviously we know how good Danger is. There's been 3 times this year where he has been a prime
Yep.
target.
Agreed.
And that includes round 1.
Yep.
Okay, but that was followed by a disaster. The second time, it was like, yeah, you could launch back in now.
I did.
There has been something.
Yep.
Yeah. People could have picked him 3 times so far this year.
Yep.
He finds a way.
It's just been a disastrous year
Yeah.
for Danger. Now, we've taken the Mickey in the past that,
Yeah.
well, like you take it too far sometimes.
I do,
You're
yeah.
very harsh. But saying that he'll find a way.
He does.
And this year, 3 times, he has burnt hard.
Yep. Now, I'll tell you what. If Toby Green had elbowed Sam Taylor in the throat.
Yeah.
He just kept playing.
How good was Sam Taylor?
He's tough.
He's awesome, Sam
He's
Taylor.
so tough.
Big fan.
So Toby Green gets 2 weeks for that, but they are challenging, so he should get off that.
He gets off that.
Well, precedence, he should.
yeah.
think-
And the fact he only got danger should let him
As
get
they
off
call
as well.
the Toby Green tax, he
Yeah.
cops for things.
I
But
d- there is a bit of
he
a
always
tax.
puts himself in these situations.
He does. He does.
He doesn't help himself.
the thing is, out of that, though, is that Selwood copped a fine for that very late hit there.
Yeah.
Like, that looked bad, I thought.
It did, yeah.
Selwood should have got a week for that.
Yeah.
It's a...
So he
Once-
got off that.
But it was Sam Taylor, and he's as tough as. He just
All right.
bounces straight up.
Anyway, out of that game, 2 injuries that will be something to, I guess, monitor because of the team. Gary Rowan with a bit of a hit, but Tui with a hamstring, who is quite a relevant player for draft. He scores well. And
He does.
When he's on, he's on.
Yeah, and so what that does is mixing up the team, and what roles players will play, and that will be interesting for next week.
Yeah.
Brandon Ellis, his hamstring after... Was this his first game back as well?
Yeah,
I think
it
was.
was. And he was on fire.
Did that early. Yeah, he was on fire.
Was it the same hamstring?
Maybe.
Are they bringing players back too early?
They are, Roy.
Langford.
Yeah.
He said he was
Brought
right.
his back and went bang.
Yep.
Interesting.
Reduced interchange.
You're a
Is that
good
the issue?
coach. How's your knowledge in the medical field? You could maybe...
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty up there.
Maybe you should start...
Yeah.
Look out for the tweets this
commentating
week.
a bit more.
I'll Calvin
get
it at Calvin DT. Right.
Dr. Cal.
Saturday Arvo, Sam Walsh in that game as well, hurt his ankle late in the game.
Yeah, Sinders.
So,
Sin.
well,
Sinders.
here's the thing. So they're going to have scans probably right at this very moment. Fingers crossed he's right, but I'm fearing the worst because basically their season's over, Roy.
Yeah, the only reason he plays is because he'd probably be 1 or 2 ahead in the Brownlow.
Yes.
And if he wants to seal the deal, he'll need to play. Otherwise, he's running the gauntlet.
See, this is how...
They'll have to ring up Clarko and see whether they want him to play or not.
Bloody oath.
Put him on ice.
Or run it past me, I'll let you know.
Well, that's true as well. That's the sin, isn't it? As
Yeah.
soon as I saw it happen,
But you know what? You guys are so kissed.
Oh.
You guys get injuries at the end of games.
that part's
Yeah, that was
kissed, I
lucky.
guess.
Yeah.
But you can't call anything about this injury run kissed, especially to the GOAT.
So then Saturday night, a
Walsh.
big one was their Callum Mills. So an Achilles. He was out running around. He was warming up.
That was nasty.
So he was ready to go. At 7:34, game start, 7:40, he was ruled out there.
Now, you laughed,
6
didn't
minutes.
you? You laughed.
Well,
Because
no.
this is Mills.
Yeah.
Remember when he was going to get Mills in? He was going to get Mills in. And
I was nearly getting him this week as well. That night, I'm tossing up
It's
between
gross.
him, Lions, and then
so,
Steele Sidebottom.
have you got another story for us?
Would you like one?
Yes, please.
So on Saturday night, I had to time my shower on Saturday night to go, right, I've got to have enough time to think about whether I definitely get Mills in or not.
He really has one.
No, there is. Anyway, I was able to
trade for
see
him,
that
we
and
do.
not do it, so it was a good thing. I was lucky I was in a position, but there would have been people. So this is the thing with that one, is that people would have gone from Kelly to him, so you wouldn't even be able to reverse that trade.
No, that wouldn't
It's
be nice.
a devastating-
looking at that, would it?
Dog has long showers too.
He does.
Lot to wash. Right, so... Now, playing on. Where are we? So anyway, I have to see what that looks like. So an Achilles, well, if you've held him, hopefully, or you had to hold him, hopefully he's back this week. So one to be watching there. Brodie Smith, Will Hamill, concussion, so out for this week. Warple, Cow, your draft mate.
Oh, and Ellis and Langford and Danger. Like, draft is done for
Well
old
cooked,
Calvin.
aren't you?
Sucked in.
Are you
karma
going to get
for that.
through?
No, but this is actually no, I can.
Another story.
Would you like this story?
Tell us, Uncle Dog.
4 points down. No, up. 4 points up at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm done.
What?
But Piercy, he's got Clayton Oliver to come. So here's what can happen. We've got our 25% rule on. He needs to get injured at 26% of the game on fewer than 4 points. There's a chance, a slight chance that can happen, because even if he gets injured because he's got 75 on the pine.
Yeah.
God, how much
Great
time
story.
do you spend looking at that?
I told you he has long showers.
Good,
Goodness.
well done, Brett. Congratulations on getting through.
That is so insincere.
That's good. I love it.
Bloody prick. Right. Anyway, I'll blame bloody Dunkley for that. Another shocking score for him.
Did you play dunks on ground again?
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
Dog.
You held him all year.
Dog.
Like the probably took in the freaking second round.
Here he goes.
Yeah, all right.
We'll get 15 minutes out of him again.
Where am I up to? Josh Bruce.
Yep,
knee.
Bruce.
Hopefully he's all right.
That didn't look good.
Possibly an ACL, but not cool for him.
Doc, what is it?
Oh, it's definitely an ACL.
Yeah, he's done it, hasn't he?
Yeah,
12
season.
months.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mitch Robinson, bit of calf tightness there for him. They reckon he might be all right, though. He's a chance to play, according to Fagan. So he
Did he tear
was
it
just
or
tight.
just
No,
cramp?
it's just
or?
tight. Needs a rub, a hot shower, and he'll be good.
Right, okay, thank you.
Good. And Lockie Neal should be back this week because it was only gastro.
Yeah, coming out both ends.
They said that he probably nearly could have played this week.
Oh, nearly. Lockie nearly.
Anyway, Nathan
That's what he's
Wilson
been all year.
also hurt his hamstring
It's
there.
his twin brother, his evil twin.
So there's a bit to think about, a few things to monitor this week ahead of the round 22 teams and then round 22, which will start Friday night, and it sounds like it's Richmond and GWS on Friday night at this stage.
Right.
So have that in your thinking, but once you get the full fix, you'll be able to plan out or map out your moves and especially your VC and your captaincy, Cow, which here's your chance.
Just quietly.
Here's your
Nailed
chance.
it.
A bit of a big deal at the
You
moment.
are,
yeah,
aren't you?
big deal at the moment. Top three, average 145 this week.
God, that's big.
Yeah, it's a lot.
145.
145.
Your
You
head.
thought I walked in here last week with a big chest. This is a big chest.
That's a big head.
Hi, it's Nat Edwards. AFL Daily is a new daily podcast from the AFL. Each morning, Damien Barrett and I will share the biggest stories and the biggest opinions in footy. We'll connect the dots and tell you what the stories mean for your clubs and your favourite players. AFL Daily, your new daily footy habit. Available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Alrighty, so it is the preliminary finals coming up this weekend. So if you win this week, well then obviously that means you're into a prelim, or you won last week from your top four, you're already there. And it is do or die for round 22 preliminary finals. The winners will get themselves into the big dance, into that last, it's not even the last weekend of August, is it?
No.
Into the last round of the season
Yeah.
to get into your grand final. So what you've got to be doing with your trades, we're thinking about that now, despite there being a game to go, so we don't have the prices, but we have some ideas and have some thoughts to get you through until Thursday night. We'll be back for the live team show, 6:15 on Facebook, Australian Eastern Standard Time, so you can catch us there live or catch the podcast of that afterwards. But we're doing a bit of a mashup, and we're going to look at a couple of things along the way, and that is a bit of a look at Roy's Rollin' 22. Rolling. Yeah. I want you to get Fred Durst's new look, Roy. Have you seen that?
That is unbelievable.
awesome.
It looks cool.
Looks like he's dressed as Eric Banner as Chopper Reed.
He does.
Doesn't he?
Yep.
It's cool.
Be living with a fat lip. Okay, what are we doing? Rolling 22.
All right, so
Okay.
what we're going to look at then is, I guess, the players that you want to have, that you're aiming for these last two rounds. And then we might get Cow to jump in with a couple of little...
Yeah. Green table. Cow scale of hardness.
which could contradict some of the stuff that
100%.
Roy says.
I know for a
but we'll
fact it
go-
does with
it
a couple.
does, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll see what they look like. So let's look
Well,
ahead.
what a treat people have right now.
Massive.
Amazing. So you got your scale of hardness there,
Mate,
mate?
yes, I do.
All right, Isaac coming. Okay.
Right.
First one, in defence.
Yep.
I'm going from top to bottom.
Go.
All right, Aaron Hall, number one.
Oh, he's good.
Just easy.
Love it.
Good
And
vice captain,
it's
Roy.
a bit harsh. Rory Laird has been outstanding, but I've got a soft spot for Aaron. Millsy comes in at third, assuming he's back from an Achilles. Like,
That's
if it's
it.
a sore Achilles, it's
Yeah.
not usually 1 week, is it, Doc?
No.
No, but anyway, we'll
Is
keep
he
an eye on
someone
him.
that you wouldn't recommend getting in because of that, do
Well,
you
it's,
think?
it's also hard to say that, because if he's right, he's right. And if he's right, he is really right.
Really right.
Like, gun.
So he goes North Melbourne and GWS in the next two.
Yeah.
That's pretty cruisy.
Yeah.
Scale says yes.
Especially when you're so good. Anyway, the
He
fact...
must have been pretty close anyway because
Yeah.
it was pulled out 6 minutes before.
I know.
He was warming up.
Very interesting.
Good to go.
But that's another reason why he's down at 3. Just that a little bit of lingering worry, but so good that you still hold number 3. Whitfield's at 4, Crisp and Lloyd, and there's a lot of guys that you could throw a blanket over in that mix.
Yep, I agree.
What do you think?
I'm all for that. What about Daniel Rich?
Yep.
What do you have on the weekend?
In the mix.
He had another ton.
Yeah.
And he has Collingwood and West Coast coming up.
Yeah, it's
by
delicious.
far the easiest out of anyone.
Yeah. So he could justifiably bump one of those two.
But I guess he doesn't have the ceiling that some of these other guys have.
No.
He doesn't have a 150 like Mills does.
No.
So, however, a juicy matchup.
He's not bumping Mills. The only people he could come and take the place of is Crisp or Lloyd.
Okay.
And Lloyd hasn't shown a ceiling really this year.
Took every single kick in
Yeah.
and played on every single time on the
So he
weekend.
I
does
like
that,
that.
doesn't he?
So Crisp, I think he's not taking Crisp's spot.
Agree.
So Lloyd is there. Obviously, people like Tom Stewart, Zeeble, those kind of guys are there as well, especially if you're talking ceiling Zeeble.
Yep.
But we're not going to see that
No.
amazing junk again.
No.
But, so does he take Lloyd's spot, in your opinion?
I think he can. Just based on Cow's scale of easiness.
Yeah. Because the rolling 22, it can take an odd twist this last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You can take
Yes.
a bit more into account
Yep.
in regard to that. So you're putting a line through Lloyd. If you've got to pick Lloyd or Rich this week to get you a grand final
I'm saying
win,
Yep.
you're going Rich.
I'm going Rich.
Okay, fair.
Wow.
Moving into the midfield, we're going Took, Steele, Titch.
Took and Steele.
Easiest 3 names you will ever read out.
If you had
Took,
none of
Steele,
them-
Titch.
What's the order?
Well, your weekend sucks.
Yeah.
If you don't have any of those guys,
I've got one.
you got to have all of them, dog. They're so good. They're so
Who would
good.
you... Okay, here's the question
Okay.
that might pop up. Who would you get out of Took and Titch then? Here's a question. Took and Steele.
Steele. Okay. Out of those guys, I'm going with Took this week against Essendon because, well, Steele has Geelong. Okay. Now
Right.
it doesn't bother him anyway.
No, he'll be
right?
good still.
However, if I'm backing someone to outscore him this, I would go Took over Jack Steele this week.
Yeah.
But
But then what's the next week look like if you're averaging him out over the 2 weeks?
Which I have to do in this complicated job.
yeah,
over here.
so it's still you would go Jack Steele over the next two. So Took goes Essendon and then Sydney.
Yeah.
So Sydney are quite tricky to score against, although Jack Steele had a 140 on last week. So
Exactly.
Whereas Jack Steele goes Geelong and then Freo. So Freo are a piece of cake to score on. So I would be going Jack Steele over Took Miller for the next two. But Took will be better this week. Done.
Right. What would you do then, Roy?
Exactly what I've done here. Took, then Steele, then Titch.
Yep.
Lions, Merritt, Petraka, Oliver, and then, I don't know, might be a bit of sicko in me because
No.
I want Cal to talk about it, but then the pastor.
Farini.
Just rounding it
I
out.
love it.
Fiorini.
Yes.
He's good.
Love
is.
it.
He's
And-
actually, I wrote about this, 4th on the list for the last 5 weeks.
Oh, would that be
The
since
points
we
for-
recommended him?
Probably.
Wow.
He's
Good
so
advice.
good.
So he's
Good advice.
number 4 behind Jack, Took and
Yeah.
Tom.
So
Wow.
I obviously couldn't put him in front of Merritt and stuff based on the name and stuff like that. But he's in the rolling 22.
Yeah, good. He deserves to be there.
He's there. He's rounding out the 8 midfielders there, which there's a lot of big names
They're massive
that are
names.
getting bumped for Fiorini there, but he's always had it. He just hasn't got a
Okay, so
game.
So, Cow, can you give me a flag then for your the red teams
Yep.
in the midfield then in these last couple of rounds? Who could be someone that you might avoid because of what you got there?
Okay, so I'm looking here at some red teams. So Mitchell's got Bulldogs this week.
Yeah.
But I think we're at the point where...
He'll go 130.
Yeah. These guys, they don't care. And I know
No.
what you're thinking. This is, Cal, you're talking nonsense. But these guys don't care about the scale of hardness.
No.
Okay?
I learned that the hard way.
They just get it done anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not going to avoid a Tom Mitchell because he plays the Bulldogs
No,
this week.
I know
He still
some
goes
people.
120.
I know Fiorini's got a red flag in the GF.
Yes, so Sydney in that
Yeah.
last game. That
Yeah.
will be tough for him.
Yes, so
Yep.
that's the only worry with him.
Yep.
But, God, he's just playing really well. Grundy and Max, we just do that,
Yeah, you do.
don't we?
Yeah.
Or does Marshall bump one?
Well, there you go. That's value. That's value.
I'm not worried about value so much this week. I'm worrying about who's going to score more.
So Marshall's got Geelong, who obviously don't really have a ruckman, if you want to call it that. And then he goes against Sean Darcy. Be interesting, though, if Ryder's back.
I don't think he will be.
I think he might be out for the rest of the season.
I think it's pack-up shot.
Right. I'd still have those other two ahead of Marshall,
so, I mean,
you?
yeah, and because I'm throwing Marshall in the forward line anyway, but I was just wondering if you had an argument like that maybe Max gets bumped or...
No, I don't think so.
No.
All
right, good. So Marshall is my number one forward.
What?
Yep, to have.
Wow.
And he's still value too. He's still so cheap. Obviously, it would have been great to have him 2 weeks ago, coming straight off that rest, and then last game was great again. So he's my number one. He is an absolute machine. Kelly is at number 2, assuming he comes straight back in.
Yep.
Warnie's mate, Zorko, is at number 3.
Zork on your 4.
And then DeGoey, Danger, and although...
Danger?
Yeah, I'm doing it. And then although I think Danger brings you home in GFs. He has to.
When a hero comes.
Yeah.
He knows.
Surely. And then, even though he was bad for a lot of the game, side bottom is rounding out the...
So it drops off there in that forward line.
does.
Because
And
those guys there, I wouldn't have
probably someone I'm missing.
heap of confidence picking those dudes.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
It's where you'd be going, right, switch your Aaron Hall forward
And
just
chase
so you
one
can
of those
do that.
defenders.
Yeah.
Possibly.
If you can, if that's the position.
If Danger's on the list, there's no confidence, is there?
So what
No.
I should have done then, so for example, Hall should be sitting forward and side bottom should be Lloyd, who got bumped. So you'd prefer Lloyd to side bottom?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you'd prefer, say, Rich to side bottom?
Yep.
Jeez, I don't know if I'm that as confident as you two bumping side. He wasn't great, but it's
He
side bottom.
found himself away to a 90 when it could have been a lot worse.
And he had a great role.
He did.
What's their draw like?
So for Collingwood, you go Brisbane and then Essendon.
So it's nothing to
It's
write home
not
about,
awesome,
but it's not
a disaster either.
So, just
very interesting.
Excellent, rolling 22.
Yeah,
Did we just skip through the rucks?
Yeah, basically.
Anyone else there that you could do? Like, would you... Well, oh, no. Your mate
discussed-
Riley O'Brien struggled, didn't he, on
Awful.
the weekend?
Yeah.
So
Back to not knowing how to market.
you'd have to move him if you could.
So the one in the... Oh, yeah, definitely. But I reckon people have got worse things to do.
Yeah.
Now, Marshall was the one we discussed that could really push those two if you were going to put him...
If you put
if
him
he
in
was
the
just a
ruck,
ruck, he could potentially bump one of those two if the scale suggested.
Doesn't.
No. There you go.
All right. Now, Cal, based on the scale then, are there any little, I guess, I wouldn't want to call them Hail Mary guys, but guys that mightn't be in the 22 that you could consider based on their draw?
Okay, so you would consider Brayshaw, Freo Brayshaw. Great couple of games coming up here, so...
It'd be tough coming off his performance yesterday.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing, like, you've still got to back in these big dogs.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it is. So Brayshaw goes West Coast and Kilda.
That's nice, isn't it?
It's a nice matchup, nice little run. Even a guy like a Luke Parker, North Melbourne into Gold Coast.
Yeah.
But you're not going those guys.
Probably not.
No, but if you wanted that unique sort of guy,
Yeah.
like I don't know why you would, like if you're just trying to take something on, but they could be.
Taking someone on with Brayshaw against West Coast, it does make sense.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? If you are the underdog in that game,
Yes.
he's got a ceiling and that
does.
matchup is delicious.
Yep.
Could he cop a Hutchings or something? That could be...
Well, and that's it.
If
And that's
you-
why you can't go
If you
these
chase
sort of
a Hail
guys.
Mary and then
Yeah,
he
yeah,
cops that, you'd be like,
Yeah, what was
straight bat it.
What was I doing?
What
Yeah,
about
tough.
Bombers, like having Gold Coast and Collingwood coming, and they could like be pushing for a final spot in that? Does that change your mind in any of that with any of those players?
Should have put Stringer in the rolling 22.
How did he go for you on the weekend?
Awful. Yeah, he was bad.
Did you expect anything else?
No,
from him
the
when
string
you
was
bought
down.
him?
I didn't.
The string was down.
The string
Anyone
was
else,
down.
Cal? Or is
No, not
that
really.
pretty much-
Geelong have also got a nice couple of games coming up. But
Yeah.
who could you go there? Maybe Guthrie?
Could you trust them as well?
That's
the
it.
other part of it.
That's the other part.
Oh, Danger, he's rounding out the rolling 22 there. It's a lot.
I don't mind Guthrie as an option.
I don't mind Guthrie. He's good.
Yeah.
He's shown that he's
But
good.
would you really recommend people bring in Danger?
It was only a couple of weeks ago he had 150. That wins you a
true.
flag.
Yeah, he can lose it or win it for you. That's for sure. But yeah, there's a lot of flags around
There's
him.
safer players.
There is.
All right, well, we'll be looking at some more options on Thursday night as well once we get the teams.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy official.
All right, you can find Greg Popovich on Twitter at CalvinDT.
Yep.
He's got plenty of advice and plenty of insights into the coaching world.
Just keep it simple.
Or if you've got a weird itch or anything like that, you can hit him up and ask the doc about that too.
Send photos of any of your ailments. Cal will give a diagnosis. Actually, how you feeling? You've had your little COVID shot?
No, I actually didn't.
You didn't?
Yeah,
Oh,
I did. I just didn't. I
you
just
forgot.
Didn't, no, I just didn't put it on Facebook.
Oh, it doesn't count.
Isn't that
then.
what you do?
Doesn't count.
Yeah, no, I haven't actually. No, I'm feeling good, dog.
Feeling good?
Well, you would be. You haven't really had it.
No,
No.
that's
We've-
right.
Got good reception here today because of it. Your old 5G. Isn't that what happens when you get your shot?
Oh yeah, because yeah.
All right, let's go into some questions
Please.
here from Twitter and also Facebook. So, Carter's asked one. She'll be looking at a new induction into the pig pen. Jack Steele. He's averaged 237 over his last 9 matches.
Yep, he's in then.
237, of course.
Yeah, that's a
I think
big.
it's 130. It sounds a bit like Calvin's maths on some of these.
It does.
I still have a few questions about your scale of hardness and
Yep.
the rucks against Sydney. I think you made a mess of that one. the
That
other
was a
day.
typo.
Must have been.
Just
You must have been like cutters here.
I'll have a look at my sources.
No,
That's
it's all
okay.
right. So, Jack Steele, what's he need to do? He needs to. He's not getting it this year.
Do you know what though? Can I just go back to that?
yeah.
That was a stuff up with that scale
Yep.
versus Sydney,
Yes.
but
Rowan
he
Marshall,
pumped them anyway.
yeah.
Like it didn't
He's
matter.
affected it.
So I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good foresight.
Yeah,
Cal.
sorry. With that,
Jack
the
Steele.
pig pen,
Yeah.
that form gets him 100% in the conversation.
Exactly.
In the first half of next year,
Yeah.
if this is looking, we could have a mid-season
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
inductee into
100%.
But
Now,
people
you
need to
need-
be aware that
you
we've
do.
seen this before from people like McRae.
McRae
McRae was
wanted-
supposed to be snouted.
Yes.
Now, we would look even more stupid than we already do
Yeah.
if we had have done that.
Agreed.
Same with Merritt.
Yep.
He would have made us look really bad.
You'd-
Some of the, how many times have I thrown a C on him for a
Yeah.
60?
Yep.
That pigs don't do that to you.
No, they don't.
Now, I don't think Steele's doing that to anyone. He needs to continue to show that.
Yeah, agree.
Because we're loving him.
Yep.
He's just knocking on the gate of the pen.
Yep.
But he just needs to do
He's
it a
not
bit
getting
longer.
let in yet.
Or just really force the hand.
Yep.
If he throws a 200 in your face.
Oh, God, yes.
It's things like that force your hand.
Yep.
Just needs to happen.
Agree.
Charlie B. I have to trade Kelly. Maybe.
Maybe.
Bianco. Possibly.
Possibly.
Most likely because he was sub.
Did he come on?
Oh, I don't know.
That was my season. I was just waiting for that. So he's out, and I'm like, damn it, I was going to at least loop him. And then gets named sub. I was like,
Lose some
great,
cash.
lose some cash. Negative,
So
negative,
Bianco, if he's
negative.
not named, you could be obviously using him as a trade
Yeah,
option
definitely.
this week. Walsh, we're waiting and seeing if he's out in the trade.
It's a
but-
sin. Doc?
Yeah.
Doc?
Yeah, sin.
Confirmation?
Season. Done.
Season sin.
And he's got
Great.
danger too. So of trading those guys then, you're probably ending up with Walsh and Bianco. And could it be that you go Bianco down and then Walsh up to one of your big boys?
Whoa.
Are you going to get enough out of that? Like,
Yes.
That would be the way to play it, do you
That's
think?
exactly what he does.
What does
Bianco
he do?
didn't
So
come
he
on.
goes
Like a
danger down.
Bianco down.
Oh, yeah, that'll
and
get
then-
him, man.
Couple of hundred.
And then Walsh up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
do
exactly what he does.
Yeah. Hopefully Danger plays and Kelly plays.
I think they both play this
I
week.
think they're the better chances out of those
Yeah.
guys.
Danger just needs an anti-cold, doesn't he, Doc?
He does.
Sore throat?
A throat lozenge. Yes.
He'll be right.
Ollie, hi legends. How are you going?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Real good. Thanks.
Great. Thank you very much.
It's probably not bad because, like, the round's not over, so we're not all depresso about our score.
Oh, don't worry, mate. I'm depressed about it. Don't get me wrong.
I was wrong whether I should trade out the Bont for Taranto. I was wondering whether I should trade out the Bont for Taranto, Guthrie, McCluggage, or Fiorini. Would you trade the Bont?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, he's not doing what he was doing. And he was a great pick halfway through the year, but he can go now.
And then who is it? Taranto, Guthrie, McCluggage, or Fiorini?
See, here's the deal. Taranto, he was in the mix hard for that 22.
Yep.
But I think he can come home like a steam train.
Well, after
now.
that game.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So I find it very hard, even though I've pumped that in there, to say pick Fiorini over Taranto.
Yeah, I guess, is Fiorini a bit safer?
I guess he is. If Kelly comes back, does Kelly comes back, does Taranto go forward again? Yeah, I know how to say Fiorini, but I've just adopted the pasta Fiorini.
He's definitely a safer pick.
He is, isn't he?
He's a guaranteed 115 plus every week. Fiorini is real.
He is. So you're doing it.
Fiorini, I did it
Because
myself.
Taranto is a bargain this week now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those stinky scores have his price really nice.
Agree.
And he's tackling again.
He is.
He should be in the rolling 22.
Put him in there, Roy.
I think I might update it.
Right, okay. And then wants to know, trade out Zeeble. So this is where people are with some, I guess, luxury trades.
Yeah.
So if I had Zeeble or Bont, they're a long way up my list of...
Yeah,
My
definitely.
side. But Zeeble, for someone like Lloyd, Whitfield or Rich, who would you be picking out of those guys?
It's still Whitfield, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Whitfield.
Yeah, ahead of all those
Yeah,
guys.
he's there at 4th in the rolling 22, and I'm backing that one in.
All right. I hope you blokes are having a good, excellent day and score. Thanks, Ollie.
Oh, the first bit I've got covered.
Finn, is it more important to get Bramble and Sharp off the ground for mid prices, or can you loop them with Briggs, McRae, West, etc., and fix up the likes of Stevenson? So here's a question we've got.
Okay.
Who have you guys got? I've got Sharp and West on the bench, but then I've got that forward sort of mix of Bramble. Who else have I got?
I tell you
Couple.
what.
Briggs,
Yeah.
who is the number one ruck there at the moment.
We are
quite a few.
kissed. We are kissed that we actually have some good rookies that are scoring.
Yeah.
You are in no rush to move Sharp or Bramble at the moment.
Yeah.
No rush at all. They've actually had 90s, didn't they, on the weekend?
And
That's the
especially
thing.
too,
And
if you've got someone like Friday night, if GWS play again on Friday night, you've got Briggs, who we were quite happy to take his 79 from.
Which was stupid, though, in the end.
Yeah.
It cost points.
15, was it?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
you're not even looping well. That's where I'm at. So, yeah, you keep looping those guys and get rid of a total potato.
So if you can get that mid-pricer up to someone that you're just feeling so much better about, like Stevenson, who obviously
I don't
can
mind
score
him,
well,
though.
but
Like-
Yep.
I don't mind Steve-O.
what did his scale look like, Cow?
What did he have on the weekend?
It was
he only
a
had a
bad one.
64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scale for him, so he goes Sydney, which is obviously going to be tough, into Adelaide.
Yeah, well, I don't mind that trade if it's to one of the big dogs then, for
Yep.
sure. But, yeah, keep looping those. If you can loop a 90 out of a double shot at a rookie, that's pretty good.
Just because with your Stevenson, you're getting to someone
better.
Whereas
Exactly.
a Bramble upgrading him, you mightn't get to... You're having to take that punt more.
Yeah, whereas
aren't you?
in previous years, we've been rushing to get these guys off our field.
Yeah.
We don't need to
And you can't
rush.
guarantee... Like, Bramble will probably score more than Stevenson this week
Yes.
again.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So I'm in no rush to do that anymore. I'm certainly just comfortable knowing I'm finishing the season with rookies.
Yep.
Robbo, if you have low cash generation and Finlay McRae as your last rookie can only get to someone about 450k, is it worth sideways trading underperforming premium first? Similar question. So basically, Finlay McRae up to a 450 or play him and turn an underperforming premium into someone that might have a better run.
Exactly
or
what you do.
that gets into that top.
So you look at a guy like
22.
Finlay McRae had 71 last week. You
Yeah.
take that.
Oh, 100%.
I look at a guy like Nick Hind, and I take his 70. I'm like, yeah, that's good. I'll take that.
Yeah.
You know, you can upgrade a Hind to someone better.
Finlay, he did have just about the easiest matchup for a mid at the moment,
Yep.
and sneak a goal in that 71. I think he's a 60 guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if you're happy with that,
Yeah, but he's looking to move him to like a mid-pricer.
450.
who,
like,
but who did you get?
no one.
No, that's what I'm saying.
that you'd
yeah.
guarantee, because he's moved. Then he replied to himself here and said, you could go Zeeble to Zorko. That would be plus 20.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
more than you're getting out of a Finlay upgrade.
Finlay up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
They're the sorts of maths you can do in your head to see what you're looking
think
at.
so.
All right, John. Hey, legends, it's important to have a never again list and stick to it no matter what. Every year I seem to get sucked back in by Cripps, Houston, Haynes, Heaney, Danger, etc.
I hear you, mate. We need to
Every
change
man's got his
next year.
price, though.
That's the problem.
It is.
But they don't. Because by the end of the
Some way.
season, they have reminded you why
Yes.
they were on that list.
Yep.
That's something maybe we can think about in the off-season is who has broken the never again list?
Danger breaks it every year for
No,
me.
sorry, broken the idea of having a never again list. Who has been on our never again list, then we've picked them again.
There's so many. Because you say, like, the price is right. The thing is, you need to know. You get them in thinking, right, I'm getting them off the never again list. Heaney's a prime example.
Yeah.
So you get them off there, and the thing is, the clause is, if I'm getting you off the never again list,
but you've
I'm
got
doing
the
it with the
470.
intention of getting you out again, it's just I'm going to ride. You don't just get to do that all the time.
Yep.
Because you get injuries and that, and then you're stuck with that sucker that you used to have there for a reason. Their price slowly drops back down to where it was. They hit you with terrible scores. I don't know what the answer is. They're never again listers for a reason.
Yep.
But like you said, if the price is right, but you need to be able to play it so you get them out again as soon as you need to.
Finos. Who goes
Too hard.
first? Crouch to Oliver. Nice move. Or Riley O'Brien to Grundy. Who are you going to get more gain from, do you reckon?
Gosh. Riley O'Brien, it's his first average performance
is.
for about 3
Yeah, 78
weeks.
Yep.
But Grundy's a lot better.
Yep.
Now, Crouch isn't doing anything.
No, he's been really bad.
So that's a massive upgrade as well.
It is. So Crouch had 70, average 70 in his last 3.
Oh, yeah.
So Crouch is the option.
Crouch.
Crouch goes.
He has to.
Crouch goes up to
Which
Oliver.
I wouldn't... That's not the option that would naturally roll off the tongue,
No,
is it?
no.
But it's the right one, I think.
Agree. I think Crouch goes.
Yeah, same.
Lenny reckons he's got a luxury upgrade this week. Hunter to Hall or Zorko? You had Hall higher on your rolling 22, so...
Yeah, I've got him in a different position at the moment, but I still would have Hall over Zorko. Yep.
Agree. 100%.
Campbell, Roy, this one's for you. Do I hold Stringer considering he has Gold Coast, or do you trade?
Look, if it's remotely resembling a luxury trade, just get rid of the string trick. But I think he's going to be a solid 80 plus this week if you're forced to hold.
Yep.
If you've got nothing else more demanding of your trade, he should be okay.
Yep. Agree.
Jared on Facebook, why do bad things happen to good people? Well, good things happen to bad people. He's scoring well this week. So, swings and roundabouts. Matt,
Gee.
is Parrishworth...
Bit hospital.
Is Parrishworth getting the boot?
Yep.
All other midfielders with 100 plus except for him could upgrade to Tuk.
Yeah,
or
definitely.
Steele.
Yeah,
You
do it.
that.
Yeah, 100%.
He's lost the plot, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
What's he going? 82 in his last 3.
That's what happened.
I thought Roy might like
Back-to-back
the
medals. Back-to-back
Yeah.
medals they gave him.
Yep.
Look what happened to him.
Back-to-back medals. He had a lot, mate, this year. He's a good player.
He's not a good player,
You wait
dog.
till you see him leading the Brownlow halfway through the season.
Dog, he's not a good player.
And then
So-
not polling a vote again.
He kicked a goal in that too.
What?
Yeah, so definitely do it. Now, obviously, he has got a ceiling and the ability to score with those other premiums. So it is a luxury trade.
It is.
Like, I'd be holding if I had something more that I would say more important in regard to upgrading.
Yeah.
But if it's luxury,
The scale.
send him packing.
The scale says hold. So Gold Coast into Collingwood.
Yeah.
Juicy matchups.
Yeah.
And I think last time we played Collingwood, he won a medal, Roy.
Yes.
So what are you thinking about that, dog?
Gun. Hold him.
What'd you call him?
A gun.
Oh, God.
Jeez, I thought he said
Thought I was like, don't you go for Essendon, man? Far out.
Joshua, so who do you trade out of Hunter or Dangerfield? It's got to be Hunter, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yep. As long as Dangerfield's playing.
He plays. Of course he plays.
Yeah.
He's right.
He'll be right.
All right, Simon, who goes first, Heaney or Bramble?
Heaney.
Heaney for
Heaney
dollars
goes,
on his
yeah.
head.
He
So
does.
this is why we don't worry about that rookie thing anymore.
No.
Bramble's role, as we said last week, it's just too juicy. They look for him running off halfback every time.
Heaney had 48.
Oh, God, it's even easier than I thought.
Yeah, Heaney goes.
Darren is asking if Walsh is out, Lyons or Steele? Got to be Steele.
You go the big boy.
Steele.
Yep.
Yep.
100%.
Who is more of a priority to trade this week for Kyle? Ridley, Hunter, or Caleb Daniel?
Well, how'd the Riddler go, dog? What's he doing at the
He
moment?
got his 70.
70s. Just
That's what he is. Caleb Daniel, I'd probably hold him. That's his first bad one for a couple of weeks. He's been really good. And who was the other one?
and Lockie Hunter. I think it's Lockie Hunter in my head there.
Yep.
I feel like Lockie Hunter's a lot better than Ridley.
Yeah, he could hit a higher number.
I'd be getting rid of Ridley first out of those three.
Especially in, You can bring in someone pretty cool in defence at the moment. Yep, agree. Riddler goes, dog.
All right. What have we got here? I hate this game from Reese. Matt Rao will be so cheap next year.
My God, he's been bad.
But could you do it? I think you have to.
I reckon.
He's
A
going to be super
pre-season.
cheap. What's he averaging?
56.
From how many games? He's going to get out
10.
10. Yeah, so he's going to be priced.
Bargain.
Look at him.
I'm locking
Look
that.
at him over
Oh,
there.
well, that's where I'm at, Cal. I'm starting to look at 2024 at the moment.
He had 49 on the weekend. Look, he's better than he's obviously better than he's 56. Even if he's 75 next year, that's a 20-point up.
Yeah.
Like,
He was part of my downfall round one this year.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to forgive.
He
He's
picks-
not on a never again list.
No.
At that price,
no one's on
that's
it.
a bargain. God, this is what happens to me.
I know.
Every year I just forget the rules.
Yep.
There are
No, I'm getting him in next year for sure.
100%.
CG the Cat. Can Roy please take an emergency trip to Carlton to provide his extensive medical expertise? Oh, needs cow. I'll send Des Moses to
I do know about
the
this,
Blues
yeah.
and fix Sam Walsh. If not, I'll never get the final rookie off the field.
No, just play the rookie for the rest of the year, mate, because he's been sinned.
It's a
He's in the sin bin.
He has.
yeah.
He's not playing this week. There's no way.
No way.
That's where it is. All right, well, boys, I think we'll call that quits here.
Oh, no, it's time to go to the pub.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I woke up thinking about that.
Yeah.
Even I skipped thinking about breakfast.
Yep. Pint and Palmer, dog. Is that what we're doing?
Yep, $20 deal.
Bargain.
Yeah. Line it up.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back on Thursday night for the live show, 6:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Facebook.com/AFL Fantasy Official is where you can find that. Join in the chat. And, preliminary finals this weekend. So make sure you stay across all of the content on afl.com.au/fantasy. We'll have plenty there and across our Twitter accounts to help you out. But really, you do need to follow Cal. He is the man. He is the coach of all coaches. He's going to score a 2,500 this week.
That's correct. Yes, I am.
2,500. Unbelievable.
And he is seriously willing to help you with those rashes and itches. And
Please send pictures. I really want to see these pictures.
Someone will do it. There's some funny people out there.
Get some Lamisol.
Some what?
Is that what you called it?
No.
What's that one that you used to use when you had rash?
No. Oh, that one. I'll tell you what, though. I know what you use on a hemorrhoid. Anusol.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.